Oh, hey, it's really dark. Hold on a second. Let's just put a little more light on here. This may not be the best idea. Oh, it's a little better. This is maybe not. Hi, Internet, how you doing? It's Friday night, turn up. Yes, I'm wearing the same jacket. This is my new favorite jacket. I just got it, so I like it. It's a perfect jacket for ballooning. I don't know why that would be a thing that would come to my mind, but when I was a kid, I lived in a city in Iowa called Indianola, and they were known for their big balloon festival. And a lot of times they would have these jackets, and they would have embroidered balloons on them. And so, like right here, maybe I should get an embroidered balloon. But yes. Oh, and have I shown you this before? I think I have. It's an aluminum. It's a little water. Meow. That's fresh, right out of the faucet. No, I'm just kidding. It's called, it's not a commercial, but this is Swell. And you see them, I think they have them in Target now. But this one I ordered online. And it has a different top than the ones I've seen at Target. And it's awesome. It keeps your drink super cold. It's great to carry around, and it's not too big. And, you know, if you collect them all, you could have like a bowling scenario, you know. And it's aluminum. Shame. Here's something I have to show you. Hold on a sec. I just posted this at 101wkqx.com. It's an R2-D2 French press, and wait, hold on, if that's not enough, look at this. Yes, a Death Star toaster. Please just take my money. Come on. No, this isn't, again, a Trixon clothing thing, but I just got this hat too. It's a Trixon. This is my favorite one. This little skull thingy, but that's Chez Carl's brand. I've decided that in 2017 I'm going to support all the people that I think are awesome as much as I can. I'm sorry, this is a pop filter for a microphone. So if I cover you with this, then there will be no popped peas. Also, maybe in society I should be wearing this at all times. See, this is when I visit my family, so I don't get any germs from them, and they don't get any germs from me. It's basically like, I think it's like pantyhose material, stretched over the thing. But these are, you put these over a microphone. I would show you, but you're sitting on the microphone arm right now. See, look. Woo! See? Oh God, what have I done? Are you okay, Internet? Okay, good. Whew. Okay, now I can show you. See, this goes right here. It's a magnety thing. And then when I talk, blah, 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 it doesn't, the P's, if I say P, it doesn't pop as much. So, there you go, and now you know. By the way, the intro and the outro that I made on my phone today with time-lapse, because you guys know how much I love time-lapse, I made it, and I had to plug my phone in because it was almost dead. And I had this super long cord that I've shown in one of my videos of my favorites before when I got it. But it's super long cord. It has like this giant ball on it, and it's great for, you know, charging your phone if you want to still use it and stuff like that. So I had it on this camera stand sitting on my window, because you have to do this special angle to get where you want to get and all this kind of stuff. So it's standing on there on the very top of the thing on the ledge of my window. And then Nala got very curious, and she touched the little cord, because it has a giant ball. It looks like a toy for a cat. It really does. So I don't blame her. But she touched it, and if you notice at the end of the time-lapse, it falls. Because the whole thing, this tower with my phone on top of it, came tumbling down, and it was plugged into the charger. It snapped the little piece off of the charger in my phone. Luckily, I was able to get it out. But so that when it just fell just now, that's the second time my phone has fallen today. Of how many times, how long I've had this phone, and it's never fallen. But I guess in a few months I'm scheduled to get the iPhone 7. Are you guys excited? I updated my iPhone to the iOS 10, and I like it so far. It seems pretty cool. If you are an iPhone user, what do you think? Leave it in the comments below. Oh, now my hair's a little fuzzy. I think I'm going to get a haircut this weekend, you guys. I like wearing hats, but sometimes I don't want to wear them. And when your hair is just a big ball of, I don't know what it is, it's kind of hard to do. So, when you're a guy, sometimes you don't really want to spend a long time doing your hair. So I commend guys who have longer hair who have to spend time doing it, and anyone who does it, because mine is driving me insane. So I think I'm going to get it cut shorter and a lot easier to do. What are you guys doing this weekend? I think I'm going to chill. I might go to some things, some concertings or some events, but I'm not sure. Sometimes on a weekend like this, the weather's sort of, getting fall-like in Chicago, and I might just chill at home. I don't know. So leave it in the comments below. If you're in Chicago and you're doing something fun, maybe I should come to your thing that you're doing, unless it's at your house. And I will bring a casserole. Not really. God, I can't think of the last time I ever even made a casserole. Because it's a big commitment, unless you're going to a family function, to make a casserole or a lasagna or anything like that. Because one time I remember I had a girlfriend that would make me lasagnas and foods, and I would go home with it. And like a lasagna will last me a really long time, to the point where at the end of that, you don't really want lasagna for a while. It was delicious though. Yeah, so why did I bring up? Oh yeah, because if I come to your house, I'll bring a casserole. Although lasagna does sound really good all the time, no matter what, right? I'm just rambling on and on. I'm here at the radio station recording some things, and then I'm going to go home. And if you are in Chicago, if you're not in Chicago, make sure and listen to my Taking Back Sunday show. It's a special emo pop punk show, and it's 10 o'clock here in Chicago time, or Central time, or 8 o'clock on the West Coast, and 11 o'clock in New York. So if you're in any of those time zones, figure it out to where you live. And if you're outside of America, do your own math, because I have trouble enough figuring out what time it is in different parts of the United States. This week has been kind of crazy. I've told you, my cat passed away on Monday evening, into the more like Tuesday early morning, and so it's very sad. Just trying to keep busy, trying to do stuff, and you have your moments of sadness, but you can't dwell and be sad all the time. And that's the hardest part, I think, in life, is we all have moments of sadness and moments of really great times that you just enjoy. What it is, it's a human experience, and all of the emotions and all the things are part of life, right? And it's sad. I think it was really cool because I read a bunch of comments on my Facebook page when I posted earlier this week about my cat. And my mom, Ola, who lives in Tucson, and I don't know if I've told you guys about her on here, but I have talked about her on the radio. I stayed with her for a few years, right before the end of my high school time, and she was like my surrogate mom, and I had like a sort of a surrogate family, and she was a cat person, and she just said it's so hard because, when you have these animals, we get them, and the great thing is that we get to live in a world where there are these wonderful creatures that will be our companions, and the payment for that is that they don't live longer or long enough. So, and it is true, but if you don't experience animals, I think you're really missing out. And I always tell people that you should have a pet at least some point in your life. And I'll be honest, when the sadness of seeing a pet like little Tiny, decline in health and stuff like that, it bums you out. So it's nice to be free of that part, and so there are little parts of that feel guilty. And I've talked about this in a couple of videos in the last few times, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but it is one of those things where when an animal dies that you've been with for a long time, and you've seen them struggle and their health decline at the end of their life, you're relieved sort of that you're not dealing with a sick animal, because you feel so bad for them anyway. And that no matter what you do, you could take them in to the vet, and all the vet will say is we'll put them on some fluids, get them hydrated, and you can get them on this medication, and maybe there's a surgery, and da 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 da. And you know, if you're a pet owner, that at the end of an animal's life, at some point you just gotta call it, and that's the hardest thing to do. And that's kind of what I had to do, and I've been through it once before with my cat Wilhelmina, and so I kind of knew what I had, what was, and the hard part too was that everyone was coming into town around the same time, and so they're vacuuming. I like this guy. He's really cool. we always celebrate Friday together. We dance around the hallways to Friday, but I should let him clean the room. See, I'm just in the room, and their cleaning time is when I'm on the radio. So I just wanted to say hi, and you know, if you haven't thought about getting a pet lately, think about it some more. And cats are great. You know what I really love, if you're not freaked out by the tail, is rats are the best pets ever, especially if you don't have cats already, because that sometimes is a tough combination. But I really love, I had a girlfriend who was a vet tech, and that's how I got little Tiny and Wilhelmina, and she had also had rats. And I was terrified of that little tail thing at first. But then I got really used to it, and rats are really cool and awesome. And some people really like gerbils, and I found out the reason if they ever bite is when they are pregnant. Is that, yes, when they're pregnant, and you don't want to put two of them, because a person that I know, Mackenzie Stith, had two of them, and she put them in the same cage, and they made a lot of other little gerbil babies. But there's just so many different types of animals. I just think that you should have a friend, you know? And I know that mine have changed my life, so I always tell people to adopt a pet if you can. And there's plenty of places that are anti-cruelty. Here in Chicago, that's kind of one that I love. It's called Anti-Cruelty, but there's so many really good adopt places for pets, and I'm not talking down to anyone that would you know, think about just going to a breeder or anything like that. Listen, I think that's another thing, that people should just don't judge other people if that's what they want to do, but encourage people to adopt from a shelter if you can. That's all. So I hope everything is all good with you. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Thank you both for watching. And look, I'm going to play this part, and just watch the very end, and you can see the part where Nala knocked the camera down. Ta-ta for now.